الميهني, who's a founding member of the opposition group called Building the Syrian State. Now, do you welcome these £5 million?
Oh, well, humanitarian aid's definitely required and definitely welcomed. But I especially like, that there are tens of thousands now of refugees inside and outside Syria.
Mm-hmm.
However, what I want to say, highlight a couple of points about what Mr. Hague stated in his announcement, that he said that these aids will be directed towards unarmed groups of the opposition, which I find very, very important. Why I'm saying that? Because the Free Syrian Army now, which is a sticker that will, or umbrella that will contain lots of groups that holding arms, not all of them are actually working to achieve the ambitions of the Syrian
so you're worried that some of the money might go to the wrong people if it's not properly applied?
Exactly.
Okay, but is £5 million really going to make a big difference?
No. This is a point. Well, that's
so
what
why
I
do you
want
think
to
they've
highlight.
done it? Is this a fig leaf for the British government to say, at least we've done something, lest the rebels, if and when they control the government, say, you never helped us?
Well, I think, maybe that is one thing, but I'm thinking more long-term thing, like giving aids or, these sort of alleviation things. It will help for very short term, but if you think for very long term, you have to try to form some sort of solutions that can be implemented practically. And saying that means perhaps some sort of international consensus with good vision about the future of Syria.
Your organization is all about the building of institutions, political and civic institutions, if I'm correct, that just didn't exist under the Assad regime. But how can you do that before the war has even won?
Well, it's a perfect question. Well, what we need now, we need the human resources.
Mm-hmm.
Human resources are there. We need just to find them. We need to organize them. I know that perhaps it's very, very, very strong, very difficult situation, and it's not easy basically to implement civil activities under such situations.
But you also need, you need bullets as well, then you need artillery, you need the kind of weapons that win a civil war. This is an all-out conflict with winners and losers.
Well, we don't believe basically that the violence in this situation, that that the situation is very intractable now, and this situation, although that there are some weapons, it wouldn't really make any decisive victory for any side.
And just very briefly and finally, where does this leave the moral high ground and Britain's position on it, especially in regard to the Russians who've been accused of basically fueling the conflict on the Assad side?
I think now we are witnessing some sort of polarized international community. And basically, as I told you, we welcome what Britain did, but we hope that if that will be complemented by real condemnation of violence and real drawing of plans for the future of Syria.
Right, okay. Got to leave it there. Talal al-Mahani, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.